Did you hear about Lord Yuan Shao? He did so well leading the coalition against Dongzhou, but now his troubles are piling higher by the day.
Really? I guess even the noble house of Yuan has its problems.
Sorry, we're booked for a private event. Oh, wait! It's you! Please, come right in. Oh, it's certainly still on. But, well, it's complicated. Right this way.
I've come here to see you in person as a show of my goodwill. I've spared no expense for the occasion. Please, have a seat at the table. I've made these arrangements today for one single reason. To ask you to enter my service as a warrior. Yes, this may seem unexpected to you, but I've been set on bringing you into my ranks for quite some time. But you see, being the head of a noble house comes with certain expectations. In short, I was too proud to ask for help. It's Yuan Shu. You do know that we fought over who would lead the family, yes? During the struggle, Gongsun Zan's younger brother fell to a stray arrow from my forces. Ever since, the man has harbored animosity toward me. He sees every gap in our defenses as an invitation to invade our lands from the north. Such an onslaught of battle gives my soldiers precious little time to regroup. And so, I have come to request your aid. The pain of losing a loved one can bring out the beast in any of us. But his trespassing cannot go unchallenged. Pride is no longer a luxury I can afford. I'm confronting Gongsun Zan at Jiechao. Please, the House of Yuan needs your strength in this battle. What? I could never be so petty. Eat whatever you wish, regardless of your choice. I mustn't allow my presence to cloud your judgment. I shall take my leave. By all means, feast to your heart's content. I'll be waiting for your arrival in Jiechao.
Just what kind of man is that wandering warrior who... Just what kind of man is...
Impressive. Why, yes.
Gongsun...
Impressive. Why, yes.
Even with Dongzhou,
Just what kind of man is that wandering warrior who won the...
Gongsun Zan's forces are growing in the north.
Thank you for coming all this way. The fact that you're here can only mean one thing. What? It's far too late for feigned ignorance. I'm sure that you were moved by the sincerity of my request. I'll take this opportunity to formally welcome you into my ranks. As a pillar of the noble Yuan family, I request your aid. Thank you for choosing me. I will do all in my power to make sure you never regret it. Now, this will be your first battle fighting for the House of Yuan. Hold nothing back, and show everyone, friend and foe, what you can do. I am known to value the capable, and grant them the chance to thrive. Reinforcing my reputation will be the true victory of this battle. Let us begin. Right.
Yes.
Right.
Excellent.
Your steadfast wing.
Our victory is at hand. What? With this victory, we eliminate another threat to Hebei. Proud warriors of this noble house, advance! Yes!
I will secure the center of the battlefield. We must eliminate the enemies quickly. Prepare for the Weimar cavalry's charge. Advance now! Gotta be quicker. I will break you. Gotta be quicker than that. Take this. Let's go. Really amazing. I'm happy to have
The
enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this. Take this.
Here's the resistance is futile.
We have been
The enemy
brought to bay.
officer has
I
been
must
defeated.
consider withdrawing. I knew you'd come. With you here, we have a fighting chance. Take this. With all my might. Is here.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
All my might. Take this. What's next? Looking rough. Time to attack. Take this. Take this. Take this. All my might.
Obliterate you.
Take this. Let's go. All my might.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Over you here.
We've cleared the area of enemies. Now, let's call in allied troops to reinforce the position.
Let's march.
We're on even ground now. This is our chance to make a move.
Amazing.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
This is the place. Now we must lie low and wait to spring the trap.
Take this. All that's left is to wait for the enemy to charge. Stay close. Advancing too far will arouse suspicion. Meanwhile, our forces in the east and west will move forward. When Gongsun Sun comes out to the center, we'll be ready to
The
surround.
enemy officer has been defeated.
once!
Blast. We've taken the central hill. Deploy the Weimar cavalry. We shall end this here and now.
As expected, the Weimar cavalry are swarming on our position. Fear not. This is all part of the plan. They're much too dangerous for us to engage directly. We'll have to fight with strategy instead of strength. All units, forward! Follow me! Liu Bei! There we go!
The battle's already begun. Those troops you can see over there must be preparing an ambush. I'll go and warn Lord Gongsun Zan of the danger. Guan Yu, Dongfei. Fight your way to the main.
The enemy officer
east and
has been
west.
defeated.
Advance now!
With all my might.
Forward march! Enemy reinforcements seem to have caught wind of our
This territory
We must not
is
allow them to
ours.
reach Gongsun San's main force.
Looking rough. Enemy forces are advancing from the east and west.
Let's go.
This will be overrun. Intercept them before they get too close. Begin the advance.
Take this.
Here's the resistance is futile. Let's go.
the hell are you siding with Yuan Shao? Need me to knock some sense into you? Is that it?
With all my might.
Amazing! We cannot succeed. Not without you. Looking rough. Let's go.
Take this. To end this.
What is this?
The enemy officer has been
Next
defeated.
time I see you, you're finished!
We may not be able to make it through this.
Chosen to stand with Lord Yuan Shao. And our blades must decide the righteousness of our convictions. Let's just do it.
There are troops waiting to ambush you near the hill. Charging him now would put the cavalry in danger. My lord, you have done well to warn me. I nearly fell right into their trap. The Weimar cavalry will not charge the enemy. Instead, all forces will advance at a measured pace. Deploy the infantry. We march at once. Our plan to bring down the Weimar cavalry with an ambush is no longer viable. Oh my might. Begin our advance and prepare to face the enemy head on. The enemy officer. Defeated.
How irritating! Must retreat!
It's time for the Weimar cavalry to strike. Ride! Devastate their ranks and shatter their resolve! So, this is the Weimar cavalry charge that shakes the plains of Beauvais. Can't see us lasting long against this. Take this. I see you. Gotta be quicker than that. Take this.
I thought we had plans in place to deal with the cavalry. I've no choice but to take the field myself and provide support. Let's start the advance.
I have something worth fighting for. Nothing's happened.
So, you and Shao can no longer contain his fury. Rally all of our forces together.
We're ending this here and now.
Take this!
The enemy officer has been defeated. What coincidence. It seems we're fighting for opposite sides of the battle here. Leaving us with no choice but to... The enemy officer has been defeated. Tables turn. Gotta be quicker. Got this. There we go. Gotta be quicker than that. Oh my might.
Here's the resistance is futile. I leave the rest up to you.
We're fighting a losing battle. I'm getting out of here.
Let's go.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Can you handle this?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Excellence as expected. I was right to put my faith in you.
I may not be able to make it through this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
much longer.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You came here just at the right time. You certainly know how to fight the battle.
Cannot hold out for much longer. Take this.
You came here just at the right time. You certainly know how to fight the battle.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this.
Take this.
My power alone is insufficient for a comeback.
You are just in time. We're about to begin the counterattack.
To be more skilled than this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Our strength has started to grow.
The enemy officer
Continue to
has
exercise
been
caution.
defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
All my might.
Harsh as things may seem, I will not accept defeat. So, you have not forgotten your gratitude to me. Good. I shall not turn away any attempts to repay it.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Can't hold out for much longer.
You came here just at the right time. You certainly know how to fight a battle.
We may not be able to make it through this.
Can't hold out for much longer.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this, Shao. Do not fool yourself into believing this is over. Next time, you might not be so lucky.
Since I has managed to escape, so be it. We are still one step closer to controlling all of Yuan. Well, I thought I'd stop by to commend you for your efforts in Jiachao, but good grief, if we all laced about like this after a battle. Oh, you're awake. I suppose it was rude of me to chastise you for getting some much-needed rest. You are free to do as you please. Don't trouble yourself on my account. And a good one at that. I expect no less. Pardon the intrusion. I was just on my way to visit a grave. I suppose you wouldn't have known. Allow me to explain. The grave I'm going to visit is that of my uncle Yuan Wei. This battle saw one of my duties as the head of my house fulfilled. I mean to tell him in person at his resting place. Truth be told, Few believed someone of my pedigree was truly worthy of leading the House of Yuan. I was not of proper birth. Let's just leave it at that. My unspoken frustrations manifested in a very mischievous youth. I found a friend in Cao Cao, and our escapades made those days easier to bear. But my uncle Yuan Wei saw something in me that I could not. He told me I was fit to lead this family, if I had the will to earn it. It's a strange thing. When you've spent your life unseen, a single flicker of belief is as bright as the sun, and you can't help but reach for it. Yes, and few truly understand it. And so, the years went on until one day, I found myself leading the great house of Yuan. After that, my lineage secured me a position at court. It was then that Cao Cao nominated me to lead the coalition against Dongzhuo. A gentle prod from an old friend to help eliminate the looming threat. He believed the banner of such a noble house could rally support. In spite of my doubts, I rose to lead them. And the consequence of that decision was beyond my ability to predict. Namely, the death of my uncle at the hands of Dongzhuo. It was that tyrant's attempt to rob me of the will to oppose him. Being the face of defiance inevitably put my family in danger. But I was not ready to see them suffer on my behalf. I never meant to reveal so much about myself. Something about you compels me to speak from the heart. You're unlike anyone I've ever met. I must fulfill my duties as the head of this noble house. That alone will allow me to atone for my uncle's death. The reason I came to you that day was to prove that I was ready. Ready to sever the chains of pride and yield my destiny to a peerless warrior. And the result was our victory here at Jiachao. For that, you have my thanks. I've learned something. We must act swiftly to outpace regret. That is the clearest path to upholding the honor of this noble family. From this day onward, I shall devote myself to the legacy of the House of Yuan. The Han must rise again, and peace must reign once more. But I could never hope to accomplish such a formidable task alone. Which is why I must ask you again. Please, stay by my side to see this through to the end. In order to restore authority to the throne of the Han, we must secure our house's place as the preeminent power. To achieve this, I am launching a campaign to bring peace to Hubei. As we speak, Gongsun schemes against us, and the fearsome Lui Bu ravenously expands his reach. And what's more, the elusive Yuan Shu has sent assassins north from his distant lair. We shall rid the world of these raging fiends who stop at nothing to pursue their vile ambitions.
Take this! Take this and that!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this!
This even matter is must push harder.
Get ready to be brought down. Take this! Take this! Take this! All my might! Seat! Let's go! All my might! Good eye!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I won't forget this.
Amazing! We cannot succeed. Not without you.
Take this! Take this!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Looking rough.
This territory is ours.
Looking rough.
Even with Dongzhou defeated,
Just what kind of man is that wandering warrior? Just...
even with...
Gong Sun Zan has a general.
Gongsun Zan's force.
There's a struggle in the House of Yuan over who has the right to lead.
Even with Dongzhou defeated, will the war still go on?
Just what kind of man is that wandering warrior who won the day at Hulao Gate?
Zhao Yun shall duel you! Looking rough. You see it all.
Let's get serious.
You see it all. Looking rough. Like a dragon! Now! Take this. Gotta be quicker than that. All my might.
I failed.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Yuan, may I speak with you for a moment? Lord Yuan Shao will be here soon to see our progress. A suspicious group of men seem to be following us for that very reason. We'd best deal with them before he arrives.
I can tell you're working very hard. What is it? You didn't know I was coming, right?
Now, it's time to begin.
This isn't good. Zuluan, he's a skilled assassin. You must protect Lord Yuan Shao.
So, that's Yuan Shao. Okay, let's get this over.
Very skilled assassin. It seems my match has drawn him straight to. Here he comes. Got this. Wait at my life, Lord Head. Defend me at all costs.
Rough. Looks like they're on to me already. This one's not going to be easy. Are you Yuan Shao's bodyguard? You're remarkably skilled. Better stay focused. We'll use any opening I give you to end me right then and there. Which is my power!
Let's get serious.
Back off!
I see you.
Take this. Take this.
Whoa. Looking rough. Whoa. Looking rough. Looking rough.
Take this.
Counting on you.
Looking rough. Whoa.
Gotta be quicker than that. Let's go.
All my love.
Looking rough.
Which is my power.
Turn the tables. Let's go.
Time to deal with guards.
Looking rough.
Do I regret not checking more thoroughly before?
Got you. With all my might. Let's go.
Looking rough.
Excellence as expected. I was right to put my faith in you.
Take looking rough.
All my might.
Looking rough.
Gotta be quicker than that. Time to act. Take this. Take this. Take this.
Looking rough.
Got this. I see you. Let's go. Take this. All my might.
Witness my power.
Looking rough.
Take this.
Looking rough.
Time to act. Take this. All my might.
Gotta be quicker. Take this! Looking rough. Must stay sharp. Looking rough. Whoa. Gotta be quicker than that. Take this. Whoa. Take this. With all my might. Looking rough. Whoa.
This my luck could run out at any moment. I really didn't plan on risking my life today. Not for this.
I see you. With all my might.
Go!
Looking rough.
Which is my power? I failed. I surrender. You win. You're free to kill me if you wish. But could we talk a little bit first? You just tried to kill me, and now you wish to talk. But I am indeed a gracious man. I should be safe with you here, yes? If he believes he can explain himself, then we should at least allow him to try. Never thought I'd fail to slay such conspicuous prey. This is the biggest blunder I've made in my time as a warrior. What? You speak as if I were some kind of great antlered stag! How dare you! Correct this brute at once. I doubt that's what your master wanted to hear. You're as strange as you are skilled. You'll never be able to kill me with him here to stop you. Remember what happened today, if you ever get the urge to try something so foolish again. Yes, I understand. It was Yuan Shu that put me up to this. Letting the reward tempt me into getting involved in a family feud was my first mistake. Between that and your deadly bodyguard, I can't see myself ever entering such a fool's bargain again. Yuan Shu. To think that he would resort to sending assassins. He's a disgrace to the very notion of family. I have a proposal. Would it be unreasonable to ask you to hire me as a warrior? Going back to Yuan Shu now would be a death sentence. If I must serve a single lord, I'd rather it be one as generous as you. Oh, would you change banners so easily? Yuan Shu would never accept someone so fickle. But I am indeed a kind and tolerant leader. I'll entrust you to that one just there. Forgive me. I might seem a burden for now, but my work will make up for it in time. I used to lead a band of hunters, but things changed, and now I'm on my own. In the past, it was easy to make a good living as a warrior. But these days, most of the jobs are just as tough as the one that brought me here. I was just considering a new path right before all this happened. I'll be very grateful if you accept me as an ally. You can call me Fei Wei. That should suffice. You've spared my life. And I promise to repay that debt with hard work. That's quite the shift. Very well. Prove yourself worthy of serving the noble house of Yuan. I think joining up with a young buck like you might be just what I needed. That settles it then. Let's show the world what we can do.
Take this. Gotta be quicker than that. Take this. The enemy off. Has been defeated.
Get ready to be brought down.
Looking rough. Bear witness to my power. Looking rough. I can see it all. Looking rough.
Let's go. You're with me. Ain't nothing to worry about. Move forward.
Let's get serious. All my might. Let's get serious. Got this. Let's get serious. See it all. Got this. Let's get serious. Take this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
I'm not gonna hold back.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. Ha! has been defeated. No, looking rough. This territory is
We can
ours.
do this.
Let's go.
You dare to come out here alone? I'll make you regret that decision.
You see it all.
Good eye.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Now, this territory is ours. This territory is out. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Zhang Liao shall fight you. End this.
Calm down.
Zhang Liao. Shall fight you. I am ready.
Take this.
Now go.
Take this. Take this. Take this.
Lose to the likes of you.
The enemy officer has been defeated. officer has been defeated. This territory is ours.
A rash push forward will just lead to us being exposed. This situation demands careful and deliberate action. And now it's time for our attack.
Be honest, I've been looking forward to this. I'm not gonna hold back. Right, let's get serious. Face me. Take this. Gotta be quicker than this.
To face me in battle. I shall take you on personally. Ready yourself. Now's a good time. Let's throw them into chaos with an ambush. Take this. Looking rough.
Our bond should not be shaken by this battle. Let us clash blades without regret. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Get ready for a bloodbath, Yuan.
We're fighting a losing battle. I'm getting out of here.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I shall pull back.
The enemy officer, however,
We shall meet in battle again.
Irritating. Must retreat. The enemy officer.
Next time I see you,
You're finished!
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
not finished yet.
I have defeated an enemy officer.
Take this. This life cannot be extinguished just yet.
Gongsun Zan has surrendered without dragging us into a siege. This may allow us to avoid wearing out our troops. Praise must be given where it is due. This victory was won by everyone fulfilling their duties under my command.
Oh, to hear such things from the lips of our esteemed lord. You used to consider such efforts minimal at best, and you were not shy about saying so.
Indeed. But in this world, nothing should ever be taken for granted. So, a leader must show appreciation when his men are deserving. Come to think of it, that enemy officer, Zhao Yun, he had quite the determined look in his eyes. But Gongsun Zan didn't show any desire to harness his potential. No amount of competence can survive the decay of neglect. The officers of this house shall never suffer such a fate. Tonight, we feast. And not only as a reward, I want everyone's honest thoughts on the path ahead. Such festivities are the spark that ignites the flame of glory. Spread the word so that all may take part.
A feast, eh? This should prove most interesting. Suppose I should introduce myself. I am Guo Jia. I come in search of a master of grand ambition, so that my wits as a strategist can serve a greater purpose. A friend recommended Lord Yuan Shao as being worthy of service, so I have come to observe his true character firsthand. Curious, are you? I am not yet entirely sure, but Lord Yuan Shao seems to have changed. He was rumored to lack the temperament needed to command the hearts of men. That is what many believe.
And there was a time when that was the case, but as you've just witnessed, that time is over.
So if the rumors were in fact true, he does appear to be changing, as far as I can tell. For now, I will withhold judgment until I have seen more.
Lately, Lord Yuan Shao seems to have become more idealistic. Perhaps you are the inspiration behind that. For the moment, I too shall remain with the House of Yuan.
I see. And what about you?
I'm sure Lord Yuan Shao will be glad to hear that.
The Yuan family serves exquisite wine. I'm looking forward to the feast.
Lord Yuan Shao is often praised for lending...
Lord Yuan Shao is so magnanimous. It's no...
They say there's a village with beautiful...
Oh?
Lord Yuan Shao is often praised for lending an earnest ear to those who wish to speak. You know he'd just say that's what it means to be a noble. It really makes you want to follow him.
I see. Excellent. Very good of you.
I heard there were once large bands of hunters roaming the land, but no one speaks of them anymore.
All right. Right.
They say there's a village with beautiful flowers hidden in the...
Yep.
Lord Yuan Shao is so magnanimous.
Lord Yuan...
Lately, I find myself assailed by enemies on every side. Even my own dignity has become a constant victim of this struggle. Your deeds in battle brought my forces together as one. That much cannot be denied. By the way, just between us, have I proven to be a leader worthy of your service? Wait, say no more. If you thought otherwise, I'd need a fortnight to recover. I see. Then I shall spare no effort in the trials yet to come. The journey ahead will require relentless diligence, and you are welcome to follow me on my path. But it is I who shall walk gallantly at the fore.
Now that the Emperor has fled the capital, we should bring him under our protection. His Majesty will feel far safer with the noble house of Yuan.
How can we know that? Much time has passed since he left Chang'an. If he wanted Lord Yuan Shao's help, why does he not ask for it? Careless meddling might only invite its own host of troubles.
Our recent expansion into Hebei makes this the perfect moment to act. And if we continue to sit idly by, his very life may be in danger. Precisely. It seems that Cao Cao is already on the move. We cannot allow the Emperor to fall into the hands of such a shameless schemer.
There's no use in fretting over the likes of Cao Cao. For now, it is best that we watch and wait.
Opinions seem to be divided, and they all make fair points. But this decision will determine the fate of my house. I worry that they might not trust my judgment. Is that so? You're right. Then my path is clear. I have decided. Hear me, all of you. The House of Yuan shall stand together as one to rescue His Majesty. With Hebei falling into our grasp, our power as a clan is unrivaled. That makes us an impenetrable shield for our wandering sovereign. This is not a fight to serve my own ambition. This is a fight to protect the Emperor and all of his domain.
So, you fight for a greater purpose than yourself. If that is your true intent, then I shall gladly follow you into battle.
Lord Yuan Shao has made a wise decision. With the Emperor under his protection, no one will dare question his legitimacy. I doubt he's thought that far ahead, but that too is a talent in itself. I think I'll stay a while longer to see how it all unfolds. This is most intriguing.
Let us begin. Right. Of course.
May I have a moment?
Prey shall I hunt today? Our victory is at hand. Onward! We must rescue the Emperor. Warriors of this noble house, unite as one and see that it is done. That's the Emperor's carriage. We must secure his safety at once. Make haste! Let's start the advance. Mind your guard.
Got this.
Looking rough. Looking rough.
Another enemy officer found.
Looking rough. You gotta be quicker. Yuan Shao's forces have arrived before Cao Cao's. This is not as Lord Li's way predicted. But they are still uninvited guests all the same. We must treat them to the hospitality they deserve. The enemy officer has been defeated. Encountering me is the worst thing that could have happened to you. Looking rough. With all my might. Take this. All my might.
Get ready!
Got this. All my might. The enemy officer has been defeated. See it all.
Such refined movements.
The enemy officer
I cannot help but
has been
stare.
defeated.
Let's go. These visitors of ours have proven far too rough for me to handle.
Your Majesty, are you unharmed? Fear not. Yuan Shao has come to your rescue.
Yuan Shao, I am glad that you've come. Your arrival is a ray of hope, shining through the darkness.
The House of Yuan will shine all the brighter with you at its heart. Now, they rely on our protection.
Where are you off to in such a hurry? Those men are traitors. They cannot be trusted with your protection. We are the rightful guardians of the Emperor. We will not allow you to take him from us. Get advancing.
The carriage can't move while we're surrounded. We'll have to scatter their ranks before we advance.
Stalemate.
We need to work harder. Prepare with haste. We're about to storm the enemy. Send here.
We'll hit them with all of our strength. Looks like we're in the right frame.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
But I refuse to consider this.
The
enemy
not
officer
accept defeat.
has been defeated.
You have saved me. After this is finished, I shall be sure to thank you properly.
Perhaps this battle's to be my last.
You've come to help. We may get out of this yet.
has come to your rescue.
Yuan Shao, I am glad that you've come. Your arrival is a ray of hope, shining through the darkness.
The House of Yuan will shine all the brighter with you at its hearth. Henceforth, we may rely on our
Your Majesty, what are you up to in such a hurry? They're traitors. They cannot be trusted with your protection. We are the rightful guardians of the Emperor. We will not allow you to take him from us.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
A stalemate. We need to work harder. Now. Prepare with haste. We're about to swarm the enemy.
The enemy is strong. Things might get tough.
hit them with all our strength. Looks like we're in the right frame of mind. I will not accept defeat. So, you have not forgotten your gratitude to me. I shall not turn away any attempts to repay.
Things are looking bad.
The enemy officer
I refuse to
has been
consider
defeated.
this. You have saved me. After this is finished, I shall be
The
sure to
enemy
thank you
officer
for me.
has been defeated. Looking rough.
There we go. We're waiting for this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Sure know how to fight.
Your Majesty, I have vanquished all who sought to do you harm. We will now escort you to safety.
Yuan Shao's forces are already escorting the Emperor's carriage, and we've no choice but to follow them. Time to advance!
Cao Cao's forces have arrived. We knew they were coming, but that doesn't mean we can slow down.
Allow me to serve as the rear guard. I'll keep Cao Cao's forces at bay. Advance now!
Looking rough. Let's go. Stay in formation.
makes us perfect rivals.
We will make our stand here. Prepare for battle.
Cao Cao's forces are not easily dealt with. But who should we send to face them?
Leave it to me. My spear shall clear our path forward. Forward, march!
So we have a duel then. Be warned, I shall not hold back.
Now! Attack! Everyone! Move as one! All my might! Take this!
Not as good this time. The enemy officer has been defeated.
The day shall be ours.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You ought to quit charging into things. It's your danger, you know?
We have been brought to bay. We must consider withdrawing.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this!
Rough. You are foolish for charging ahead like this. If you were under my command, I would have you executed.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now!
Let's go.
I shall retreat now, so that I may fight again another day. Our allies should be able to keep going now.
Let's hurry back to the main force.
Cao Cao's forces have likely staged an ambush of ahead. Don't put your guard down for even a moment.
I knew you'd come. If you're here, we have a fighting chance.
That's the spirit. You are a true warrior of the three kingdoms.
Time to get going. Everyone! On me!
That cursed South ever seems to run out of lands to send our way. Cannot allow His Majesty to fall into his scheming hands.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Going in. Forward, march!
The enemy officer
That's good to hear.
has been defeated.
We shall continue our march south.
See us only way out of this. Perhaps this battle's to be my last.
All my might!
Behold my power.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Battle.
Now.
Your insolence knows no bounds. His Majesty now enjoys the protection of my noble house. You'll regret interfering. Harsh as things may seem right now, I will not accept defeat. So, you have not forgotten your gratitude to me. Good. I shall not turn away any attempts to repay.
With you, honor me to their duel.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Gotta be quicker than that.
If you will. Retreat is the only option. Excuse me. You see it all.
Take that!
The enemy officer
I have no choice
has been defeated.
but to retreat. Things are looking bad. See it all, but I refuse to consider this settled.
Take that! All my might.
This will let me see it all. I think I've reached my limit. The best I can do is live on to fight another day.
All my might.
You see it all.
You fell apart in the rear guard. Now, we should stay here to keep watch.
Have I failed?
The enemy officer
I shall analyze later. For now, I must go back.
So what am I going to do with you?
Just started. That it? Just started. Just started. Shake now. It can't be. What just happened? What just happened? All my might. It's over.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go. Now. What just happened? This isn't over. This isn't over. This isn't over.
It's gotta be quicker.
Seems we now have the advantage.
The enemy officer
Time
has
for
been
us
defeated.
to make our mark.
Not done yet.
The enemy officer
Still needed.
has been defeated.
That means I must
The
fall
enemy
back
officer
for now.
has been defeated.
Let's start the advance.
Now. Let's go.
We managed to cut you off. Now we'll make you realize you can't run any longer.
The enemy's here of all places. Looking rough fast. Losing hard. No time for attack. We'll have to clear out the enemies before we can advance.
They're fighting just below the cliff. We can render assistance from here. Advance now! An expedition's advance is essential to our cause. Onward, everyone! We march at once! Take this! The enemy's coming down from the cliff! We're doomed!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I suppose things aren't going my way today.
The enemy officer
Next time.
has been defeated.
Looks like that's the last of them. Let's keep moving.
Now for a good old fight. Get ready. We'll fight you. Take that. All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
See it all my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take the Emperor back from Yuan Shao's forces. His Majesty's rightful place is with us. Now advance!
Cao, always appearing at the decisive moment. But know this, now I shall never relinquish them.
All right, come on. I can handle you. No problem. All my might. Aid me in battle. Today is just not
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You hear it, Yuan Shao's flesh. Myself.
Now,
Did I become so sentimental? This is not the time to rekindle old friends.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I will not accept defeat.
witness my power.
Yuan Shao, you have guarded His Majesty most admirably. We'll take over from here. Take your leave.
You know damn well that you're too late to claim expert. His Majesty is out. Your presence is not welcome.
All my might.
So, you have not forgotten your gratitude to me. Good. Great. I will not turn away any attempts to remain.
This can't be.
Now advance! Cao, always appearing at the decisive moment. But know this, I shall never relinquish the Emperor.
Here at Yuan Shao's request. Did I become so sentimental? This is not the time to rekindle old friends.
Day is just not your day.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I can handle you. No problem.
Harsh as things may seem, I will not accept defeat. So, you have not forgotten your gratitude to me. I shall not turn away any attempts to repay you.
Yuan Shao, you have guarded His Majesty most admirably. We'll take over from here. You may take your leave.
You know damn well you're too late to play defense. His Majesty is ours to protect. Your presence is not welcome. There we go.
All down.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Shao has grown far too treacherous. We must return to Shu City to plan our next move.
Rest easy, Her Majesty. We've driven the scoundrels away. The House of Yuan shall now act as your shield. What can you tell me of the Emperor's condition? After all that he has been through, I worry that exhaustion might finally be setting in.
You will be pleased to hear that His Majesty is in good health. He also wishes to express his gratitude.
Good. Then we have not toiled in vain. Please tell the Emperor to rest for as long as he needs.
Yes, I'll be sure to let him know. I'm certain your kindness will be of great relief. If I may, Lord Yuan Shao, I'd like to offer you an apology.
Whatever for? Tell me.
The truth is that I underestimated you, especially during your time leading the coalition against Dongjue. Some might have seen it as kindness, but to me, you appeared as an indecisive noble easily manipulated by Cao Cao.
What? Did you really need to twist the knife like that? Well, to be fair, I cannot defend the man I used to be. So be it. The head of a noble family must be willing to hear the unvarnished truth from all who dare to speak it.
Oh, I had actually intended to provoke you with my harsh words, but you accepted them as if they were worthy counsel from a subordinate. That settles it. I will no longer remain a mere observer. I, Guo Jia, swear my allegiance to Lord Yuan Shao. May my skill as a strategist guide him on the path of his choosing. I will also take it upon myself to keep the peace among this colorful collection of souls. Let us share fate and fortune. It's an honor. Well then, how about a banquet to welcome me into the fold? A discussion of Cao Cao's prospects would be a feast in itself.
I finally obtained a truly capable strategist. Although, no, I suppose I can turn a blind eye to his arrogance for now. And you have my thanks once again. It is your presence that gives me the courage to press forward without fear. Your strength has endowed you with the wings of freedom. You have the choice to fly away whenever you wish. But I would rather it be here that you find a branch upon which to rest. Like a great tree, I wish to be the haven of peace that all of you call home.
I am glad that Lord Cao Cao took me in after I left Li Shui. But Yuan Shao has found fresh vigor since securing the Emperor. For now.
Yuan Shao. To think that he could claim not only the Emperor, but also that brilliant mind I had hoped to recruit.
Ah, do you speak of Lord Guoxia? I recall Lord Xun Yu quite eagerly recommending him as a strategist. Had he decided to leave Yuan Shao, a meeting would have been arranged, but... Well, there's no sense brooding over what could have been. What matters now is keeping Yuan Shao in check now that he has them both. And that's where I come in. I'll work to anticipate their every move.
Very well. The details are yours to handle. Yuan Shao. He seems to be advancing beyond my control. From here on, I must discard my feelings for him as an old friend and treat him as a worthy opponent.
Lately, our enemies have been eerily insolent. I cannot fathom the purpose of such meaningless provocation.
It is meant to shackle you with doubt. They are also likely testing the waters for a full assault.
Poking, prodding. What cowardly nonsense. I shall face them openly, without trickery or deceit.
Yes, I believe that is the best course of action. Leave the rest to your capable strategist.
Good. Chart a glorious path to victory for the House of Yuan.